Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Epsilon 9 Plays Metal Saga. I did hop back to the junkyard. I traded in the scrap armor. We now have 9 stamps. I dropped off some items that we're not going to be using in the immediate future. Bought another set of stick-on armor for one of my characters. So I do like those vending machines. Gonna sell those to Jack next time we get a chance. Not gonna hop back there now, because we are heading west to the next town, which is East Zero. Yes, we're heading west to get to East Zero. There's nothing there. I knew there was nothing there, but I felt the need to check anyway. Same with that. Also, I want to make a comment on the ore that we found in the abandoned buildings. But forget that, what the hell are these things? It was upon seeing these enemies that I knew that this was a game that I wanted to get. Which, go figure, it was weirdo enemies like that is why, one of the reasons why I think was X-Play said that this game's just not that good. Those guys are idiots. I think those guys also said that Final Fantasy X2 was a good game, and then it was later revealed that it wasn't a good game, and then they changed their opinion on it. It was after that was one of the reasons. Those are 2 reasons right there why I never trusted those guys. I may be misremembering it, but I'm just taking the risk and putting that out there. As I was saying about the ore, when you find the ore, it is small enough that it fits in your pocket or your backpack, whatever, it's small enough to fit in your inventory. However, after you take it to someone who refines it into scrap metal, then it winds up becoming several tons of scrap metal, and that scrap metal then has to be carried on one of your tanks. So, I'm not sure how that conversion process works. Not that I'm really complaining, it just seems a bit odd to me. At most, it is a minor inconvenience that you have to tow a tank behind you. I don't know what the hell that was. It is a mild inconvenience that you have to tow a tank behind you in order to carry the scrap metal, but... PPSH-41. Old model submachine gun, does 6 damage to everyone in front of you. Gonna pop that on my main character temporarily until we see what it looks like. Oh hey, I forgot about you losers! Well, at least that first guy had the sense to not mess with a tank when all you have is a baseball bat and a revolver. The second guy also, the third guy also had the sense. Second guy, it's thanks to him being a moron that we were able to cleanse the gene pool and add 1 more character to our bestiary. Yeah, that guy technically counts as a monster. Now, why does he count for a monster? Is it because he's a psychotic murderer? Possibly a rapist? I'd like to think it's because he still wears a mohawk. Also, yes, it is raining. This game has weather in it. It has... And the weather carries on into the battle screen! And it's not just raining, you can also have sandstorms. Again, little details like this add up into making one really, really good game. There it is. Fireproof coat. I think this will be enough to up my defense above Misha's. I'll take her to 72. Take me to 68. Yeah, I'll put myself up to 68. Gonna do one loop around East 0 in order to see if I can't get one more battle. You losers again! I'd like to think if Amanda Waller decided to put Harley Quinn up against Superman with her baseball bat, it'd go a little something like that. Also, you might be able to notice you got the train tracks right here, and you can probably tell behind that big building you have the train itself, that massive train, and yet those purple buildings behind the train. Those aren't buildings, those are the carriages. I don't know why it's not on the tracks. I accidentally hit the L1 R2 button, the L1 button to try and circle the camera around. Forgot that I had to hit L1 in order to get out of the tanks. That's what happened right there. But yes, I am not sure why the train is not on the tracks. Hey, McKinley. Hey, Epsilon 9, want to know more about this town? Sure. Okay, well, first thing you should know about East 0 is that there's a Continental Railroad station here. If you're looking to travel west, this is the place to come. For that reason, it's a lively town with a lot of opportunities. At the same time, you should watch your back. That's really all there is to tell. I've got to get going now. See you around. Yes. So, that's the big deal with this town. Somebody's poisoned the water hole! With a big metal. Well, actually, let's talk to some of the guys around here first. Hey, buddy, what's your story? You want to ask me something? Where can I make some dinero? Want to go to the gun range? Well, I'm not much of a shot. I probably miss every single target. This doesn't have any bullets in it either. Why are you carrying it? I mean, they look so cool. Come on, it's so boring to wear the same clothes as everyone else in town. You need to enjoy life to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? Spend some of that cash you got in the bank. You can't take it with you. Well, yeah, I'm going to spend it, but I can't spend every single dollar as soon as I get it, man. Else I'm not going to get good stuff. And yes, guns do look really cool. How about you? Are you planning on taking the train west? Yeah, that's a good idea. I know a guy who was too cheap to pay the fare. The fool tried to make it there on his own. He came back a few days later, crying because his tank was melted by monsters. That's it. That is exactly why you take the train. Because you can, in fact, go through the train tunnel on your tanks. And it's not that the enemies are really high-leveled. Quite the contrary, you don't get a whole heck of a lot in terms of either experience or money for fighting monsters in the tunnel. And a lot of them spit acid, which is a sure way to get damage on your vehicle. I think acid actually lasts after battle, and you need to be using a special item in order to get the acid off. So yeah, by going in there, your tanks are going to get freaking melted, and you're not going to get enough to compensate the damage that is done to either your tank or you. And you're not going to be making it out the other side of the tunnel before your tank melts. So it is always a smart plan to take the train. Or at the very least, take the train once. Because after you take the train once, then it'll pop you up in the next town at the other end of the tracks, and then you can just use the teleporters. It's just that easy. Tile Pack S. Now, let's see, which building is this one? Okay, so there's Tile Pack S in the fridge, and there's a big metal on the bed. And that should be all for this house. Forgive me if I'm a little skeptical of 3 times' item guide. It winds up saving me a lot of time, but then again, there's at least one item that is not in the guide. I still need to contact her about that. By the time this episode goes up, I probably should have. If not, future me, what the hell is wrong with you? You can't go in this one, and this one seems to be all boarded up. Not sure what the story with that is. Let's see here. This one has... Oh, nothing down here. You go upstairs, and you find one of the more important items in the game. Bug spray. With bug spray in our inventory, if a mosquito comes into our economy rooms at night, we won't be losing that 1 hit point. The bug spray will keep it away. And it'll get in, then a notification will say that we used the bug spray, and when we wake up the following morning, we will be at full health, or at least at however much the economy room heals us. Which, unless we get into an absurdly high level, it will be full health. Yes. You got this guy right here. Namaste, hello! Namaste, hello that is. I am known as the Curry Guru. Nice to meet you. Curry is good for you. Eating it will make you happy. Please try some. As a hunter, you need a strong body. Curry will keep you healthy. Then you will be able to capture many outlaws and make lots of money. That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button, senor. Check out Google to tell us about curry. Okay, let's see. Ingredients: onion, garlic, carrot, potato, meat, salt, curry spices, other. Directions: prepare the meat for cooking, mince the garlic, and cut the rest of the vegetables into bite size. Put the meat and vegetables in a pot and add salt. Fill the pot with water and bring to a boil. Once the meat has cooked, stir in the curry spices, cover the pot, and let it simmer for 10 minutes. Note, while beef, chicken, and fish are commonly used in curry dishes, try experimenting with syrup cells and gelatin cells. I don't think at any point we're given the ability to make curry. I think that's just a red herring. But again, we can't know anything for certain in this game. I want the people of this world to know the joys of curry. That is why I built this curry cart and took it on the road. Just read that, shut up. Even though the world may be in turmoil, curry can ease people's suffering. It can make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. I wish to share that wonderful feeling with people everywhere. I swear I thought I could talk to this guy and he'd give me a free sample. He might give me a free sample in the next town, because this guy doesn't just stay here, he moves from town to town. He's kind of a badass if he's able to make it to the same towns we are. Hey now. I do love girl in a cowgirl hat. Howdy, partner. Nice piece you got there. Ain't it just grand? It's the latest model. I'm pretty handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. I think I do. We were talking about your guns, made of steel. Oh yeah, there's a forest southwest of here. Folks say they hear strange sounds there at night. Such as? I hear tell it sounds something like a howl. Wait, are you having improper thoughts? You're darn tootin'. My dear lady, I am a gentleman. Also, I was getting more improper thoughts from your handling of steel than howling in the forest. Well, I reckon it's dogs them fools be hearing. Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. But if you're fixing for an adventure, go and see for yourself, Yankee. I don't see how Yankee is an appropriate term in this world. Especially considering I'm south of here. Goggles, gonna see about equipping those in a minute. Oh man, I have to go to New Folk again. I hate going there. There's nothing fun to do once I get off work. New Folk's such a poor town too, I'd make more up north or out west. I need to hurry and get my own vehicle. So see, even this game acknowledges that New Folk is like a starter town. All the good stuff's up north or out west. I usually go to Beldaire. It's a nice town with a lot of rich people. I love making personal deliveries there because they give such big tips. Actually, the real reason I like going there is it's filled with beauties. Yeah, Beldaire does have some attractive ladies there for the few that you actually are able to get character portraits for. Also, kind of surprised that Beldaire's people give generous tips. Because, yeah, everyone up in Beldaire is rich. But rich people kind of get rich by not giving out generous tips. At least that's my experience. I still think there's something in this cupboard, but I'm just missing it. Jambia. Not sure how to pronounce that. What a tough bargainer. Ooh. Well, it's not exactly a secret. These goods are being held up here to increase prices out west. If these goods were shipped now, we would still earn a fair profit. Then the owner could get rid of these goods and I could go back home. But those guys out west want to make as much money as they can. I'm insulted by their blatant attempt to price gouge our loyal customers. That is sick. Nice guy for just letting that be known to anyone who just asks him. Sir, we can't ship these goods because of the Trade Council's regulations. What the hell are you talking about? You see, out west there is a Trade Council that regulates and restricts the amount of goods that can be bought and sold throughout the area. They don't want supply to exceed demand because then their prices would drop. If we ship these goods, they would revoke our right to trade out there. Those same guys also regulate the trains and the fuel supply. Miss? I left the turnips off. What the hell? Are you talking about turnips? No, I'm not from the market. You should beg my pardon. We sell our turnips here. Unfortunately, all the turnip leaves turned yellow from the acid rain. Our entire harvest failed to meet the standards. So now we're forced to sell it per lot here. That is a shame. But at least you're actually able to grow crops. I know most post-apocalyptic wastelands don't get that luxury. They either don't get any crops at all, like in Fist of the North Star, or they get mutant food, like in Fallout. I was already in here.